Hello and welcome to Adventures of Deanna. I'm Deanna and I'm on an adventure, a quest to lose over 100 pounds. And today we are doing the ABCs of weight loss and we are talking about the letter J with the ABCs of weight loss. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining in this evening. I am so appreciative that you are here today. And while we are waiting for everyone to join us this evening, I would love it if you would leave it in the chat box the letter J. What word or words do you think that we may or may not be talking about this evening? Please leave it in the chat box. The volume is low. What can I do about that? Thank you very much for letting me know that the volume is low. Let me see what I can do. Is that any better with the volume? Any better with the volume? And also, let me know what we may or may not be talking about with the letter J. Ooh, justified or justification. Those are great guesses. Great guesses. Wonderful guesses. Hello, and thank you so much for joining in on the live stream tonight. I appreciate you so very much. Volume seems okay to Miss Misty. Jealousy. Ding, 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 ding. That is one of the words tonight. Definitely jealousy. We are going to be talking about some jealousy tonight. Anybody else got a guess? What word or words are we going to be talking about tonight? For the letter J, I absolutely just love doing this series. I love just taking a letter from the alphabet, picking a word, thinking about the word. What are we going to talk about? Chatting it up. It is like amazing how just every letter of the alphabet, there's something that comes up that has to do with weight loss. It's mesmerizing, amazing. Dana always with the double fist on the water cup. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Misty, you probably have to get up early in the morning, get on the road, and go on a long drive. Okay, so jealousy was guessed first, which I'm surprised that jealousy was guessed first. I thought that the other word that I'm going to talk about was going to be guessed first. But we'll go ahead and we'll talk about jealousy. Jealousy. So, do you suffer from jealousy from time to time? Put it in the chat. Let me know. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments down below. Are you jealous? Are you jealous of other people? Loki has joined us. He's looking out the window this evening. Let me know if you've ever suffered from jealousy. So you're watching a YouTube video and somebody has lost 2 pounds this week and you didn't. Were you jealous? Did somebody complete a fitness milestone and you were jealous? Did somebody have an amazing meal on a plate and they're doing like a what I ate in a day or whatever and you're jealous? Did somebody go to the grocery store and they appear to have it all together and look at all this awesome food? I'm gonna have to yell at my dog. I'm sorry. Were you jealous? There's so many things that we can be jealous of, and jealous is maybe a strong word. I think that we can also use the word envy. I think a lot of the times that maybe these two words are kind of like interchange. Sometimes whenever you feel jealous, you're just actually envious. And it's not always necessarily that you are jealous per se, but for the it's J. Talking about the letter J. So we're going to use jealousy instead of envious, even though it might actually be a little bit of envy that you are experiencing. That is strange. Volume is less on my laptop than on my phone. I swear, I'm going to fix it someday. I've got to get some better equipment, but it's a process. How are your abs after our afternoon workout? Okay, so anybody who doesn't understand this comment, I just want to let you know, Misty and I were both attending a different live stream today, and we were like watching on our laptops. Then we also have like our work computers. So like where this tree is actually like right in front of my work computer. And then I have like 3 monitors over here that are my work monitors. So the live stream is like here, right below my camera. So I'm watching the live stream and I'm trying to answer. It was a trivia quiz. It was a Christmas quiz by Too Fat, Too Furious. And if you haven't checked them out, you should do so. So I'm trying to watch the live stream over here, the quiz, and answer the questions. And then I'm also trying to like work. So as I'm doing that, I'm like, I got to go way over here and type where this Christmas tree is. And then come back over here. And so that's what Misty is talking about with the abs workout. And my abs feel fine. Normally you don't feel it until the day after. So just to let you know, ask me in again tomorrow how my abs feel. But yeah, it was fun. I had to leave because I had to do evening routine stuff. Oh, yay. Too Fat, Too Furious. You're here. Yay, Nikki and G. So enjoyed Christmas quiz this afternoon. So we were talking about jealousy and I got sidetracked. So getting back into the chat. That's a hard question. I don't know what I would say jealous about weight loss, but sometimes about random things, definitely about random things. I get jealous about random things all the time, like, oh, look at your kitchen. Like, I wish I had a kitchen like that. Or family stuff, I get jealous about a lot. I get jealous about a lot of, I get jealous about a lot of things. Oh, no, that's true. I may feel it tomorrow. Yep. You normally don't feel your workouts the same day. So jealousy. So a lot of times jealousy is going to trigger our insecurities. But in reality, jealousy is an indicator of something that we want, something that we desire, something that we would like to have. So in some instances, it can be also like blocked desire. So a lot of this conversation that I'm going to have tonight was kind of fueled by whenever I was reading the book, the High Five Habit by Mel Robbins. She talks about this topic, and it made me want to go a little bit deeper into learning about jealousy and envy and these type of things and how they do have an impact on our lives. So, in a lot of times, some people have these things that we're jealous or envious of, but we're blocked and we don't really know how to get to what we want to do. And really what we need to do is kind of use that feeling of jealousy or envy. I mean, you need to use that as kind of like an inspiration in order to get us to what we want. We want what they have. We want that success that they had that week. We want that feeling of peace that they have. We want that feeling of joy that they're experiencing. We want the wealth that they have, because, this can spill over into other areas of our life. It doesn't only have to be weight loss related. It can be related to our YouTube channel. It can be related to our job. It could be related to our family life. It could be related to so many things. So really, jealousy is just a navigation tool. It's something to help us. It's helping us to lean toward what it is that we want. That's all. It's just kind of like, hey, you're jealous, you're envious, you're feeling this. What are you going to do about it in order to also get those things? What are you going to do about it? So I'm going to read the chat here because I tend to rant a little bit and then I got to get caught up on the chat. So I'm just going to do that because I want to make sure that everyone, hey, Derek, thank you for joining. I'm so appreciative that you are here. Oh my God. And everybody's just saying hello, hello. Yes, I am using OBS. I am using OBS. I am using my Canon M50 as my webcam, and I'm using headphones because I don't have a decent microphone, or I do have a decent microphone. I just don't know how to hook it up, apparently. I don't know. So that's the whole techie situation of what is going on. And I don't think I missed anything else other than that. Oh my, I love you guys so much for your comments. I think I'm sometimes jealous when people's actions don't seem to be big enough to reduce the result, to produce the results they claim. I'm sorry, I messed that up. I feel that. I feel that. And oh my gosh, and this is a good one because that's where, I think that jealousy and envy sometimes get a little bit muddied in the waters because the comparison of others is the ultimate bad guy, the evil, the nemesis, the when we compare ourselves to others, we're taking away our actions, our efforts, our achievements, and saying that, oh, look at this guy over here, this girl over here, this person over here. They were able to do X, Y, Z by doing 1, 2, 3, and I do X, Y, Z, and I only get one. Like, but we're all different. And we have to it's so important to remember that we need to stay in our own lane. It's so important to remember that we cannot compare ourselves to others because we are not always going to get their same results. And maybe, just maybe, not calling everybody a liar, but maybe they're not being true. Maybe that's not, I don't know. And everybody's body is different. Everybody's body is going through the same thing. Like, for sure, I am 46 years old. I cannot compare myself to my 23-year-old self. I'm double that age now. I am not, my body is not going to respond the same way. My body is not going to do the same thing. It is not going to be the same way as whenever I was trying to lose weight, whenever I was in my 20s. I am in my 40s. My body does a whole different thing. There's all different stuff going on. Oh my God, for sure. That is that's not even the topic of the live stream today, but filming, location, editing skills as a content creator. I feel that. Oh my gosh. And I just started learning anything about cameras and YouTube and editing 2 years ago. So I need to feel proud of whatever I can do because in my limited amount of time, because I've got so many things that I want to focus on, but I feel that jealousy of, oh my God, the creativity that some content creators have. I'm just like, man, I wish I had the time. I wish I had the space to be that creative. I feel that comment so much. I'm jealous of all of you who don't have to live with in-laws. I did not know that you've lived with your in-laws. I knew you lived with people, but I didn't realize that they were your in-laws. Are you feeling a little stressed there lately, I guess? Oh, wow. When we get our own place, I'm divorcing them for just got to take a break for a little bit. I get that. Who's looking good, Derek or Jenny? Never know who's commenting whenever we have these like couples that sometimes come under the same thing. So, jealousy. Whenever you're looking at people, think about what it is that you are jealous of. So, we can go off the weight loss topic because, we can talk about all things because weight loss really encompasses everything. It's all connected in some way or another. So if you have a YouTube channel and you want to do good by your subscribers and you want to, create things, and you want to do good editing, you want to do good filming and all of these things, it's somewhat connected because to your weight loss adventure or quest or whatever, because that's going to affect your mental health. If you feel like, here's this other thing that I want to do, maybe it's not YouTube, maybe it's your job that, you want to do a good job in, and you feel like maybe you're not living up to it. It's affecting you mentally in your headspace. And whenever you are negatively affected in your headspace, it's going to affect other things. It's a waterfall. It's all connected. So when you're not feeling good, you don't always make the best decisions because you think you feel you do. So if you're not always, thinking the best about yourself, if you're not always feeling about yourself, you're not always going to do the best for yourself. It's all connected. That's why we need to have balance in all areas of our life, just not in our weight loss. It's not just this, weight loss is over here and everything else is over here. It's all connected. So if you are feeling jealousy in other areas of your life, not just in a weight loss realm, where other people are losing like a pound a week, 2 pounds a week, whatever they're losing, you might not feel jealousy about that, but you feel jealousy in another way. What that jealousy is telling you is where you need to spend more time to focus in order to create that balance in your life. Where do you need to create that balance? It's giving you a navigation tool so that you know where you need to focus on your energy. Is it your energy, enthusiasm? Is it your attitude? Is it your organization? Is it the way that you are planning your food? Is it the way that you prepare your food? Is it the way your food looks whenever you put it on a plate? Have you ever looked at that? Like whenever you're like scrolling through Instagram and you follow somebody who's got like the most beautiful food, and you're like, oh man, I wish my food looked like that. We eat with our eyes. We eat with our nose. We eat with our mouth. So if food looks really good to you and you're just slapping your food onto a plate, maybe that's another way where you need to, focus some energy on so it looks a little bit more appealing to you. So that you feel like, oh wow, look at this food that I get to eat. It could be like the healthiest food in like 200 calories, but it just is presented so beautifully and so well and just amazingly. Like you're just so excited to eat it. That's something. So I'm going to read the chat again because I went on another rant. Oh, just me? Aw, Jenny's amazing. Yes, Misty said it all. People that are close to goal are very inspiring and they have something to say. They've gone through the process. They've lived it. They've done it. They're living it. And even whenever you're 20 pounds to goal, there are so many struggles. And I don't even care if you're maintaining your weight. Like if you have a problem with weight maintenance and maintaining a certain weight, you have something to say. Even if it's easy and you've had a problem with weight in the past, you have something to say. You have something that everybody's story is important. Everybody's story is important. I suppose it probably is connected. I'm just kind of lazy about parts that I don't feel are as important. Yeah, sometimes that's so true that we are just kind of lazy about things that we don't feel that are as important until all of a sudden they become important. So it's just something to kind of think about and be aware of. Tiana's on a roll. Sorry. You're never late. We're here. We're always here for you. Always here. I've been definitely eating with my mouth. Well, you lovely people. We are still on the word. The first word of the day is the word jealousy. We're talking about jealousy or envy because a lot of times the words jealousy and envy can be intertwined. Jealousy is, well, they're both kind of negative in their own ways, but I think they take on different connotations depending on the word that you say. And depending on if you Google it and like actually look it up, they mean different things completely. So when you're thinking about jealousy, and here I am, I'm going to go on to another rant again because I got caught up with the chat. If you think about what you are jealous or envious of, really think about it for a minute and think about, is it something that I'm willing to do the work to change? Or is it just something that I kind of maybe would like to have? Because if you're not really willing to put in the work to change, to get that or have it or achieve it, is it worth your energy to be jealous or envious of it? It might not be. It might be just something that you think, but it's really not something that you really want to focus on. It's not that important to you. So it's like a false belief that you're jealous, that you want that. It might be something that you're like, oh, good for you, but you're like, well, I'm not willing to put in that much work, that much effort, that much change in order to get what you have. So you're spinning your wheels, and not only are you spinning your wheels, but you're also creating cortisol within your body, which is a hormone that creates stress hormones in your body, which are not good for processing calories and different things within your body. I'm not a specialist on this, but it's going to have negative effects within your body. So by focusing on something that you kind of want, but you're not really willing to do the effort, you're not really willing to make the changes, you're doing more harm to your body than you are good versus thinking that, yeah, I kind of would, but I'm really not that interested in it. Because if it was something that you're truly jealous of, truly envious of, truly desired, you'd find a way to do the work. You'd find a way to make it happen. You would do it. So, something to think about. Sometimes it's just a habit of focusing on what you lack, but you don't really want. Yeah, I don't have that, but is it something that I really, 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 really want? Something to think about. So I'm going to look at the chat again because I'm always going to get behind because I like to make sure that I'm talking to you versus getting distracted by the chat while I go on my little rants. Oh, there's nothing wrong with being shy. If that's who you are, that's who you are. Like, embrace it. Easy to go into introvert mode sometimes. Mode. Did I just say mode? Mode. Oh my God. You need to go to 124. I would never be up at 124. Another rant. Bring it. You find an excuse or you find a way. 100%. I hate thumbnails. I'm just going to tell you. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Hate them. I hate titles. I have never been good at titles since like ever since I was in school. Like titles were the hardest thing for me. They'd like, oh, let's write a short story and come up with a title. I'm like, well, I don't know the title. I have no idea. So when you are jealous of someone, they are not your competition. They are your allies. This is something that I have really, really struggled with. I've had a few people in my lives that I felt like were fierce competitors. I was jealous of them. I had a lot of envy. But I didn't look at them as allies. I thought they were my nemesis. I thought that they were evil. Like, I never thought of them as a resource. I never thought of them as an ally. I never thought of them as somebody that, hey, what struggles are you going through? And how can you help me to overcome what I'm going through right now? Like if I'm jealous of what they have achieved, it's because, maybe I can't achieve that. Like if I reach out to them and I ask questions, are they going to be willing to help me? And a lot of times people are, because I believe that people are ultimately good and they want to help us. They want to share their knowledge. They want to see other people like succeed. There are a few people that, yeah, they don't want that. But so many people want to help others and they want to see them succeed. But sometimes we look at them and we're just jealous or we're envious or whatever, and we just shut it down. We're just like, no. And we think of them as an enemy versus an ally. But if we just reached out and said, what's working for you? And am I open to trying what's working for them? Maybe it will work for me. Because honestly, weight loss is about finding what works right for you. All the people that are on this chat, all the people that are on this replay, every single one of us, we are different. We are not on the same path. We all might have the same goal in mind, but the road to get there is going to be different for every single one of us because we all have different physical needs. We all have different families. We all have different jobs. We all have all of these different things, but we can all learn from one another on what did or didn't work and what, we can experiment, because really it's about approaching it through a mind of curiosity. What's going to work for us? What's going to help us get to our goals? I just talk a lot. Well, cheese and chat's just great for me. I'm still going with Gloucester. So if you're not watching your pal Misty, you should be watching your pal Misty. She's been doing a vlogmas. She kind of had to take a break because life, and everybody can understand life, but she'll get back there. But she's got a cheese advent calendar, and there's like this L cheese, Gloucester, blah blah cheese, and gloss blah 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 cheese, and I keep guessing the G cheese, and she keeps guessing the L cheese, and then there's Gouda. Anyway, check her out. Her channel's great. If you're watching this, you don't know who she is. Your pal Misty. I'm not very competitive. I do, however, agree that I can only try to be better than I was yesterday. I can't compare myself to anyone else, or I shouldn't at least. So yeah, I am not the competitive person so much. I am not the biggest go-getter. I kind of do things in my own kind of way and style, and I'm kind of good at that. But I do get jealous and I do get envious and I do want more for myself. But I also try to live in a land where I'm not comparing myself to others because I do know that that only brings me a little bit of pain caused by the good or the fortune of others, which is the definition of envy. So I try to stay out of there. Maybe Lester will come. I hope so. Maybe. Or snow. Yeah, let it snow in Texas, but not in Missouri. That would be the best. So that's jealousy. That's what I wanted to talk about jealousy is that the most important thing that I took away from it is that jealousy can be a navigation tool so that we can lean towards the things that we want. If we want a faster weight loss, how are we going to get there? How are we going to achieve that? If we want to be better at our YouTube channel, how are we going to get there? How are we going to do that? What are the steps that we're going to be making in order to improve ourselves to get the things that we want? If we want to have better looking food, if you're jealous of how beautiful somebody's food looks, what tools and steps are you going to make in order to get those things that you want? Because that, if you're feeling that jealousy and if you solve for it, if you do something about it, then that's going to make you a little bit happier in the end. So that's all I got to say about that letter. And so now we got word. Now we're going to get to the next J word. And it's not jumping jack, but I do want you to guess, what do you think that the next word is that starts with the letter J? J. Not jumping jack. Not jalapeno. Oh no, I missed something. There was an epiphany. Was it in the chat? Did I miss it? What am I going to do if there's like 50 people watching a live stream and I can't keep up with the chat? Oh my gosh. Joy. That wasn't one of the words. I got joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. Is that how the song goes? I got joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in. It's not the word. I don't have any notes on the word joy. No notes. No notes on the word joy. What's another word? What's another word? Did you see it? Do you guys want me to sing again? You gonna put some more guesses out there? There you go. The 12 days after Christmas, because that's an actual thing. It's not always the 12 days before Christmas. The next word is this. Oh, journey. That would have been a good one. I'll probably get a strike. Oh my God, am I going to get a strike for singing that last song? What if I sing, Don't Stop Believing? Okay. Journal. Journal. The word is journal. Journal. Thank you. Journal. Missy's like, oh, she's not talking about journals again. I don't journal. I don't want to journal. Journals. Journals. Talking about journaling. I know. Someday I'm going to make the people out there that don't believe in journaling, I'm going to make you a believer. September of 2019. I never would have thought I would be a person who would like to journal. Never. But I had an open mind. I was willing to give it a try. I did. I saw great results, and I'm hooked. True story. True story. So, journaling can be done in a, what's the word I want to use? Myriad of ways. Myriad of ways. There's so many ways that you can journal. So you can journal, you know, what's on your plate, what's on the scale, your mood, your state of mind. You can journal about your location whenever you eat. You can learn about your stress levels at work. You can journal about so many different things, and everything that you're journaling about is all up to you. It's about what you're willing to do. It's about what fuels you, whatever. But there are so many studies that say that journaling is beneficial. So journaling can help you. It can provide you increased awareness and accountability. It can give you a reduction of stress. It can help you to solve problems. It can help you to process your feelings. It's a great form of self-care. It can help you with goal setting. It can help reduce loneliness. It can help you just capture history. Simple data points. Like, if you're not into getting all that extra stuff, it can just at least be capturing history, which is kind of like, sometimes vlogging. A lot of times people look at that as just like a live journal. So if that's the way that you journal, then that's the way you journal. That's okay too. And it can help promote mindfulness. There's so many benefits, and there are even more benefits than what I even just mentioned just before. There's so many benefits to journaling. Right? Why didn't you think of that on my channel, the Journal Queen? Believe in journaling. So I have tried, while we're on the topic of journaling, and excuse me, I'm going to go out of frame here because I didn't prepare this. Don't be looking down my shirt. Yeah, boob shot. Okay, sorry. I meant to dig these out before I got on the camera today. What is my camera doing? What are you doing? Sorry. I meant to dig these out before I got live today. So I have tried different journals this past year. I have tried 3 months of the Silk and Sonder journal, which go to Pine Trees and Stars and check out her channel, because she does a flip through on these journals every single month, and you can get a really good view on the Silk and Sonder journals. I have tried the Changemakers journal, which is by Elizabeth Benton. She is the author of a book called Chasing Cupcakes, which is a book that I enjoy on goals. And she has a journal that she created. I've tried this journal out, and I have tried out the Heroes journal, which is really cool and very artistic and neat looking. I have tried the three out, and I'm going to tell you that my personal favorite journal is the Silk and Sonder. After trying these three different journals out, my favorite is the Silk and Sonder, because I think that it just encapsulates so many different things. It's a great way to be a planner and just keep track of your activities and your things. But they also have so many fun things like the mood tracker. They have a habit tracker. They have bullet pages where you can just kind of do, and this isn't a good example. I think April was my first month on Silk and Sonder. But where you can be creative and just do whatever you want in the pages. So Silk and Sonder, I think, has been the most flexible journal of all of the three that I have tried so far. The Heroes Journal is great. It has a great place for gratitude, threats, and allies. The Changemaker Journal, which is this one, is great for like creating a to-do list and focusing on what your main priorities are. But there's a lot of blank space in this journal. There's a lot of blank space. So if you're a person that needs guidance and help throughout it, this isn't going to be the one for you. There's a lot of blank space in it. The Heroes Journal really is mainly focused on just like one goal in itself. But controversially, what I feel is the best journal is this guy. Are you guys familiar with this guy? Let me know if you guys know what this is. Have you ever seen one of these? This is a spiral college ruled notebook. The best journal you can possibly have with the use of post-it notes. These things make awesome tabs. I feel like this is the best journal because you pick it up when you pick it up. You put it down when you put it down. You write in it when you want to write in it. You think about it when you want to think about it. But if you're not somebody who writes or journals or processes their thoughts or feelings, this is a good way to get started. Maybe you just want to track, this week I weighed this. This week I weighed this. These are my measurements. This is where I would like to be in January. This is how many push-ups I can do today. And next month, this is how many push-ups sounds reasonable for me. This is how many push-ups I might like to do. So you've got to take a look at, with everything, who you are and where you're at and what you're willing to do and what sounds like fun. Do not do things that don't sound like fun. And I'm not going to tell you that they're going to be fun because you know what? When people tell me to do planks, and these bear things, I don't even know what they're called. These different strength exercises. They don't sound like fun, but I do them and I have fun laughing at myself and I have fun getting better at them. But if somebody wrote down and said that we're going to do this, it didn't like actually sound like fun. It didn't sound like something that I wanted to do, but I do it and I have fun with it. And I'm getting better at it. And I'm writing it in my journal that I'm getting better at it. And that feels good to write it down like, today Kirsten made me do blah, blah, blah. I wanted to kill her. And then like a month later, I'm like, today Kirsten had us do that same exercise and I did better at it. Look at me. Look at me. I'm improving. I'm doing better. So that's what a journal can help you with. That's what a journal can do for you. It can help you keep you organized. Be a self-care. Help you focus on those things that you're jealous or envious of. Oh, I gotta scroll because I missed so much. I was like talking for a long time there. I'm sorry. So everybody bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll get caught up. I don't even know what I said to be understood that I'm too funny. I didn't see that coming. Me either. I didn't see that coming either. Oh, my favorite journal. Oh, yeah. I wanted to love it so much. It's cute, but it's a gimmick. I don't know. I can do the same thing every day without paying $50 for it. Just saying. But the Silk and Sonder journal, the thing that I like about that is that it changes every single month and then it's something new. The Heroes Journal lasts for 3 months and it's the same thing every single day, whereas the Silk and Sonder only lasts for 1 month. You get a brand new one every single month. The theme changes, but some of the things are repetitive, but there's enough change to help keep it fresh and exciting. And that is why it's my favorite journal. Also, the Silk and Sonder journal, they offer a lot of extras outside of the journal. They offer a Facebook, actually, it's an app now. They offer an app. They have little side courses that help you to think about different things. They're just offering a lot more for the price that you're paying with the Silk and Sonder journal than you're currently getting for the Heroes journal. But having said that, the Heroes journal is a 2-year-old company. They're 2 years old. They're babies in the whole game of companies. So you got to give them a little bit of slack on that. They're still learning and growing and doing and achieving. So not going to count them out. A college ruled spiral notebook. It's your friend. I'm going to tell you. And it doesn't even have to be purple. I just chose this one. I didn't actually choose this one. I got like an 8-pack off of Amazon. Have you ever seen one of these? I wonder if there's anybody that hasn't seen a college. Don't make me start crying. I have a bullet journal. I love it for all the same reasons as the notebook you talked about, and it's smaller so I can put it in my handbag. Bullet journals. If you are good at bullet journals, like when I first started with the Silk and Sonder journal, bullet journals were scary to me. Like, I gotta reach again. No more looking at my boobs. I think this one is the better one. I was scared. I was afraid of the bullet journal. And then I did this like cute little page for work productivity. This one also has this nice one for like, no, really need to use more post-it notes whenever I do this stuff so that if I want to pull it back up, I can refer to it. Oh, this page. So I did my cute little weight loss flower pot. So bullet journals are fun because, whenever you use a little bit of creativity into your goals, it can be somewhat exciting. This was not exciting because I started the month at the same weight that I ended it, so it didn't work out as well, but my results are not going to be your results necessarily. Trying to get caught up on chat, I'm sorry. I wanted to kill her. Me? I wanted to kill her. I just curse at her a lot. What are you talking about? I feel like I left the room when everybody's talking to me and I came back in. I missed something. Oh, yes. Kirsten. Kirsten. Hate that. Name drives me crazy. I love her. I want to hug her and kill her at the same time. So y'all understand. Y'all understand. She is the best. That is the best spelling of it I have ever seen. Helpful choices. Just nailed the spelling of Kirsten Quick Fit. Quick Fit. Nailed it. For sure. So, yeah. So, J was about jealousy, was the first word. The second word was journaling. I want to just go over. Now over here is just a pile of journals and everything. And I closed my notebook to talk about what I wanted to close out with. Great job, Deanna. Way to go. The benefits of journaling. Increased awareness and accountability. So journaling does help you stay accountable. It also helps keep you aware of your habits, your triggers, things that are going well for you, all of these different things. The more that you write them down, the more that they're there. Have you ever thought, you're talking to somebody and you're like, yesterday I had this, this, and this to eat. And you're like, oh yeah, and I had something else. What was it? What did I eat yesterday? And we went somewhere. Where did we go? We went to the store, and then we went to the mall, and then we went by the dealership and we had to get the oil changed. And then and what else did we do? Journals help you remember that. Journals help you remember that. They help you to reduce stress because you can just like let it out, especially if you're going with the college rule, just let it all out on a piece of paper thing. Reduce stress because you just vent all your stress, all your frustrations. You just put it out there on the paper. And then once it's down on the paper, you don't have to think about it anymore. You can just be like, I'm over it. I'm done with it. I got it all out of my system. It's all out on paper. And you don't have to keep these. Shred them, burn them. You don't have to keep them. It's not something that you have to worry about, somebody like finding or something. Get rid of them if you're worried about that. They can help you solve your problems. There are so many times, back whenever I was doing like my programming and coding and type of things that I was doing, a lot of times there would be a problem that I couldn't solve and I would have to sleep on it. I'd have to go get away from my desk and write down something about it, journal about it. It would help me solve my problems. Reduce loneliness. It's hard to say, but it really does. I have felt that it has helped me to reduce loneliness. Helps me with my goal setting, helps me to capture my history. Like I was just looking at my 2021 goals the other week, and had I not, wrote them down in a journal, I wouldn't know what my 2021 goals were. I would have forgotten. Thank you, Loki. Everybody appreciates you and says hello, and they're glad you're doing well. So those are the benefits of a journal. I'd have to remember writing it down. I suppose that's part of making it a habit. It is part of making it a habit. So really, the biggest thing, that's my tip. If you're going to want to start to journal, start small. Like everything I say on my channel is start small. Write a journal on Saturday or write a journal on Sunday. Take, 5 minutes out of your day on Saturday or Sunday just to write down how your week was, what your goals were, what did you accomplish, what workouts did you do, how did your workouts make you feel? Like if you're doing a workout, we're all just talking about, different workouts and how we have a love-hate relationship. If you have a workout that you're doing that you only have a hate relationship and you don't have a hate-like relationship, you're not going to want to do that workout very long. Write about it. Why is it that you hated it? Is it just because it's new? Is it because it was challenging? Is it because you didn't like the person that was instructing the exercise that you were doing? What about it? Was it because your shoes didn't fit right? I mean, maybe there are things and challenges that you can overcome with it. But take a minute to examine it and think about it. But just sit down like 5 minutes once a week to get started with journaling and then expand that into more. Or maybe be a once a week journaler. Maybe that's all you're ever going to do. But there's so many benefits. There's so many studies out there that prove that it is beneficial and that it can help you. So I just want to be, I guess, an influencer. I don't know. To get you to, kind of get started. Just write it down. Think about it. I don't know. But I love journaling. Like I said, 2 years ago, I would never have thought that I would be a person who praises this practice and this activity, but is really giving me such a self reflection and a self assessment and a joy of myself and a gratitude of myself, and helps me to feel pride in the small things that I do, that I wouldn't change it for the world now, that I'm a believer in it. And I would have told you you were crazy, but then I was open to trying something new. I was willing to give it a try, and now I love it. So, and you know what? If you don't like it, don't do it. If it's not for you, that's fine too. But you can't knock it until you try it. That's all I got to say. Whew. That was a lot. We love you, Loki. The Hero's Journal is very good for a newbie. I would definitely recommend it for a newbie because it is so low key. It is not the dog, but there's not a lot. It's just, what's my goal? What am I grateful for? What are my allies? What are my threats? And then there's some, time management, which I always skip over time management stuff. I don't do time management stuff. And then a tiny little section for bullet journaling. I think it is a great example for a newbie because it covers all the bases that I really think are important to a person who is new to journaling. And it doesn't have a lot of the extra frills. It's not overwhelming. It's not, oh my gosh, when am I going to do this? Whenever I first started the Silk and Sonder journal, I was overwhelmed. And then I was like seeing all these people's spreads and their pages, and I'm like, how am I ever going to do any of that? And it was just so much that it was a lot. It took me 3 months to get used to it. And then I switched to a different journal, and now I kind of want to go back to the Silk and Sonder. But Hero's Journal is great for a newbie. It is like bare basics, minimums. And the great thing about that is that it's not dated. It's not dated. So if you don't pick it up for days and days and days, you're not missing anything. You just pick it back up and you just move the little ribbon that they have. You just move it over and you're just like, I'm still on my quest. I'm still doing the things. And it's no big deal. No big deal. Yes, they are going to have a space one too. They are. They had um a conference that they had a virtual conference that they did, the Heroes Journal, and I went to it. It was like I had to pay like $20 and to go and see it. And at the end of the conference, they announced that they're going to have a space themed journal. So that was kind of cool. So, and I'm subscribed to everything that they do. So if you want to know about the space theme one and whenever it comes out, let me know, and then I will make sure to let you know. But they are going to have a space themed one. They're beautiful and they're cute, and I like them. It's just not the best one for me. And like exercises, like food plans, like everything. You have to experiment and you have to figure out what is right for you. But there are benefits. There are proven scientific studies that show that there are benefits to journaling. It's going to look different to everybody. Everybody's how much, how little, everything is going to look different, but there are benefits. So I've gone over today. You guys got me just talking and going on a rant. And we only did 2 words. We did jealousy and journals, but of course, journals was going to go long. You guys knew that. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining in on the live stream. I appreciate you for watching the replay. If you made it this far, I would like for you to come back to the video and comment in the comments 3 blue hearts today. Today's comment is 3 blue hearts. I would really appreciate it. It helps out the live stream. It helps out my channel. And it makes me feel good. And I deserve a Christmas present because it is the holidays. I will definitely let you know whenever it comes out. I might even just send it to you. So don't forget to leave me 3 blue hearts. I want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. I will see you guys next week. And we are going to be talking about the letter K. So be thinking about the letter K because that letter, that's a tricky letter. So everybody say goodbye because I am saying goodbye. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. As always, it's going to be an adventure. Bye. Thank you and thank you and thank you and thank you and thank you.